man, there was a few things I wanted to go over, but I think what I'm going to do first, maybe, Pat, is, okay, let's go down here first. Let's do this. Reversal signs. Yeah. 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 Let me kind of clean my screen up here a little bit. All right. You guys remember this slide, right?
Mm-hmm.
From the course? Okay. So one thing that I want you guys to really think about when you guys are trading, well, where's my Epic pen at? I'll put it right there. Is that you need to really count these candles and understand where you're at in the trade. There's a few things that are going on, and I'm gonna go to the chart, and I'm gonna pull John's chart probably first. I think that Q chart, I think we're gonna do first. But I just want you guys to be aware of all the factors that are going on around you. And I was in a Micron trade today, and the reason that I did really well in it, I was counting candles like crazy. And then there were a few candles in there that you really had to identify, because even though it may or may not have been one of these 7 candles down here at the bottom that was giving you a reversal sign, you had to kind of think through, look past, you know, what was being thrown at you and say, oh, you know what, that's either candle number 5 right there, or we're already in the candle number 4 right here, you know. So it was really, it was something that popped into my head. And by the way, guys, I hope you guys are enjoying the Facebook. I told you, I didn't think I was going to like it. I really was kind of fighting Patrick on it a little bit, but I really like being in communication with you guys and seeing all your posts and what you guys are putting up there on that Facebook. And I hope you guys are getting a lot. And I love to see you guys helping each other and communicating with each other. I think that's super cool. If you guys can keep that going, I love it. I think, and if you guys want to just come off mute for a quick second, I just want to just get a little feedback real quick, and I'll get back into this. Are you guys cool with the Facebook? I mean, you guys like it? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
We good? Okay, cool.
You're doing a good job.
Okay.
You're definitely chiming in and looking at and just letting us know what to remember. And I think that's most important.
That's what yeah. And then so some of those things, just like what John put on there, and it made me think about something. So, you know, we need to talk about that. We need to talk about that. I had something else scheduled for tonight, which we'll touch on it a little bit, but we all kind of tight on time. Patrick has an appointment he has to get to. So anyway, I just wanted to know that. Okay, so look, I'm sorry, I'm talking fast. All right, so these slides, go back, everybody, and get these slides. Slide on page 24 and 25 in your courses. Go back and look at these reversal signs, okay? Really important that you guys are understanding. Do you see how the market right now is like, like 10, 12 candles in a row, boom, stop on a dime, take off and go back in the other direction on us? I mean, it's happening more and more, and it's going to continue to happen more and more this year. It really is. You're going to see, because I told you guys, and I truly believe this, we're on the backside. And because we're on the backside, I mean, nobody wants to be on that backside. Again, they want to keep everybody happy and buying stocks. But, you know, if inflation is what it is, and, you know, we're going to have fallout from it, then there's going to be problems, and we're probably going to have stocks that are going to sell off. And if that's going to be the case, then you know, whatever they have to do to try to prop things up or slow the slide down, you know, so it's not just an avalanche, they're going to try and do it. Okay. So therefore, you're going to see a lot of reversals occurring. Okay. All right. So again, be aware of these 7. Okay. And this is the sell reversal sign. And there is your buy. So it's 24 and 25 in your courses. Okay.
Might be easier, Mr. Tony. just if you just do a search on the course, it will pull it back up a lot easier that way.
There you go. I'm sorry. Yeah, we got technology over here. I'm sorry. You know, Patrick got it. So I forgot we got the search feature. Yeah. Okay. All right.
And they're using it. They're using it. I have to say that. I think I told you about this but anyways, I digress. Please go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. So I want to bring that up real quick. John, that was accused, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, hold on a second here. How am I going to do this? Okay.
The cues from yesterday.
Let me pull. Can I do that? If I bring this. Okay, let me see. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, cool. Can you guys see those charts?
Yes.
Sir.
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. Fantastic. Now let's see. Okay. Oh, you know what? This will be even better because if I do this, then you guys won't be. Okay, let me pull this back over here. Get in there. Okay. And I want to bring this one in. We'll bring in the Wells Fargo. And let's just do it like this. Yeah. Okay. All right, that should be full screen, right? That's good. Okay, and then we're going to go cues. Okay, cool. And that's from yesterday, right, John?
Yes, sir. That is correct. From yesterday.
Okay. It was interesting. You know, I don't trade cues, but, you know, I just thought it was kind of interesting. And I was like, you know what? Let's talk about that. That was a nice trade for you, huh?
It was nice, but it could have been nicer. So,
Hey, you know what? It always could have been nicer. You know, I used to talk to my buddy, man, I made 10 grand. That was great. Yeah, but I should have made 20. Like, never satisfied. All right. So talk to me, John. You know what? I got this music. Is that music okay in the background?
what music?
Okay, cool.
Actually,
All right, all right, so let's talk about it, John. So tell me what you were saying, and then I want to talk because I think a lot of people this was going to help.
Well, what I was seeing, let me see if I can pull my chart. Well, actually, I can go from your chart. What I was seeing was I was seeing a bunch of gifts. I was, for example, actually, I'm pointing to it now. Go to earlier in the day.
Okay, over here
Oh, keep on going a little bit further
to the left,
to the right.
to the right. Okay.
Right there. Yeah, that gift right there.
Mm-hmm.
I kept-
So you were drawing lines,
Yes.
but at the same point, I want you guys, because I want to make sure you guys are 100% on this thing, okay? So you had the strength of this red candle, right?
Correct.
All right. And at the same time, we had the 8, okay? The 20 just turning over because, again, you know, 20 is a lagging indicator, so it takes a little time to get there. But the gift, again, is when it trades back into either at or somewhere near, okay, a moving average, okay, inside of that strength candle or candles. It might be a couple we blend together or whatever. But you got that part, right?
Right. And again, as far as the retracement, it did not retrace more than 55%. So I said, oh, we have a nice potential move here down. So, and again, if it retraces more than 55%, then I'm not going to take the trade.
Okay. That's up to you. I mean, I have taken them all the way back, you know, because if we go back to the slides, you know, we've had some that have made it all the way up to, to the very beginning. Now, the chance of it making a new low is only like 10%. And I agree with you for the most part, because the trend on this bad boy is down. If it makes it all the way say in this case, past these moving averages and up to where we began, even if it does trade down lower, it's probably not going to make a new low.
That's where the last class was so helpful because of the fact after that, I got it. I mean, it was like, oh my God.
If it's that strong, I mean, if it's that strong, it's, so, but because of what we had right here for you yesterday, that's why I said, I know this must be a heck of a trade because I know you know what to do.
Yes.
Okay.
I knew what to do, but I didn't do it all the way.
Oh!
So I got, that's why I
Okay.
said I got part of the money, but not all the money. So,
Okay.
or not the portion I should have got. You never can get all the
You're
money.
not gonna get all the money. Okay. All right. Never get all the money.
Mr. Tony,
Yes. Who's that?
this is Zay. So where would you have entered in on that? Off that strong candle, off the retrace?
That
candle?
yeah, that was absolutely fine. That was absolutely fine. Here's the thing, and I wanted to show you guys this, and I really want you guys to be conscious. Remember, I was saying earlier, Zay, all you guys, that I need you to be aware of all the things that are occurring during that trade. Okay, so at that time, we were just, here, let me do this real quick. I think this is beneficial. Tell me if it's not beneficial. Oops, that's not gonna be beneficial. Let's do this. Let's do this real quick. Let's take all that on. Let's get all that. Okay, you guys can see what's going on there. Okay, cool. So here we are. Let me make this a smaller one. And let's make it white so I can see. Here we go. Okay. So John, at that particular moment, check this out. Okay, here's our 200, right? I know it's early in the session. So at the beginning of this trade, we come from a fairly narrow state. Would you agree? We're narrow in here.
Narrow to wide. And now
And
that's
what is
what
it going to do?
it's going to come back to narrow again at some point.
Always does, huh?
And that's, by the way, that's one thing I did not. That was an added
You
component.
guys are looking at everything. That's why I'm glad we're having these accelerator classes. I mean, I could put a lot in the course. And by the way, oh, hey, everybody congratulate me. I finally finished. Patrick was like, yeah.
Congratulations.
It's a lot harder without having you guys in the room and conversations going back and forth. When I'm just in here, just trying, and I have to do it late at night because in our office space here, there's noises. You don't hear motorcycles going down the street and stuff in the background. So I have to come in kind of late to do it. But yeah, I did finish. But anyway, go ahead, John. I know you were gonna.
Oh, no, I was done. I was just saying that I didn't know that I forgot about the part of narrow to wide and then back to narrow. So
Yeah. And, if we look at all of what occurred, look at that, there it is. Went narrow, went wide. Went narrow, went wide.
and I think where I had communicated with you was right when the excuse me, when that bad boy was sitting right under the 200. And so as I said on the Facebook, I almost sent you sent the chart where I was going to pose the question: is it going to respect the 200 or no? Well, we see it did respect the 200 yesterday.
Right there, struggle right there, right there. And I mean, there were some signs there. If you look at, say, okay, so for example, I mean, we're really let's dial into it a little bit more. We had a topping tail here. We had a topping tail here. We had a topping tail. Well, I'm not going to even. Okay.
Well, that one I did draw our retracement for that too.
Right here.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And it did. It came back up. It tested the 200 again and failed. And then we had this one right here where you actually had that red candle right there, 100% retrace that green candle of the topping tail there. Okay. And now And you guys see that, right? Do I need to make it, everybody can see it? We're good? We're good, everybody can see it? Okay, cool. Okay, so I want to point something out that I just want to make sure you guys are seeing, okay? You guys are seeing, okay, going from our wide state to narrow to wide, back to narrow again, okay? You guys are, I need you to be aware of that. Okay, when you're placing trades, sometimes I think we get so tunnel focused into, okay, all right, look, that's
Absolutely. Absolutely.
yeah, okay, okay.
Yes.
And that got me thinking. I was like, you know what? Maybe, just maybe, they're not looking at. They're getting too dialed in, and they need to see everything that's happening. You know,
Sometimes we can't see the forest for the trees.
for the trees, right? Standing right in front of it. Okay, here we go. Let me do this too. I'm going to take this out. Oh, I wanted to show you. Okay, I'm just going to bring up one more chart. We can come back to this one too, but or should I? You know, let's just do this. Okay, let me do this. My brain is just like running 100 miles an hour. Okay, so this one I want to change to. But it's gonna be the same point, but it happened today, and I was thinking, man, this is a good thing to show them in a trade I had today.
By the way, my wife traded Micron today successfully.
And it was a. I don't even want to go there. I'll just leave it. It was a fun day.
I was busy playing with something else, so that's the reason why I didn't take the trade.
You know, everybody, you know, some people like to have a hard bed to lay down in at night. I like a soft bed. I actually prefer a soft bed at night as opposed to a hard one. Okay, where was I at? Oh, gotta show this to you. Gotta show this to you. So, can I move this thing over? How do I do that? I don't know how I make it bigger unless I do it like that. And if I do that, then I've got to, okay. All right. So check this out. We had this move here today. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We had this doji right here, okay? And I told you guys, excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you so much. And I told you, you can either use it or not use it. It's entirely up to you. You can choose to use it. I just think that it was on such a run that I would say, you know what, that was probably a pause. Okay, I'm going to look at that as a color change and as a pause. So here we go again. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles, topping tail red candle. But when I was trading this today, I got to make this bigger. I got to make this bigger so you can see it. Okay, cool. And I want to bring out my colors here. When I was trading this today, the candle, actually, this was the opening, right? The opening tick, the high, the low, okay, and the close, the low, see a little wick down there, and the close down here, right? Okay, so it actually opened like this. That was my first candle. That was my first move off of this candle right here.
As you're watching it live.
As you're watching it live develop.
Yes, sir.
Because I know you guys are saying, oh, we want to see it live. It doesn't matter. Live or after it's live, it's all the same thing. Okay. So this is my recreation for you guys. And we'll do live or whatever. Okay. So it moved up. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 6 candle. Are we going to get the same thing that we got right here, or what's going to happen? So we went all the way up to this point. Then all of a sudden it was gone, right? And you're like, okay. So now remember, for that green, oh gosh, for that green to go away, that means the sellers had to come in and put pressure on it to move it downwards, right? Okay. All right. So they came in, they removed it, okay? And then it started moving in a downward fashion, which means at this point, about right here. Come on, Tony. Okay, that's close enough. Would you say of that candle, the distance from here to here is a little more than half?
Yes.
Would that be a 55% or more retracement from what that previous, it was green there?
Mhm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is this happening on the 6th candle?
It is.
Yes,
Are we narrow? Are we wide?
we're very wide.
Is it a possibility if I put my stop right there, I'll probably be okay because I may have just found the bottom, or in this case, the top?
Very possibly based upon how wide we are. And also, so let me ask you a fancy question.
Pretty fancy.
So based upon the total height of that candle with the wick, with the wick and the candle itself, would that be like a mini gift?
No.
Okay,
Mm-mm.
okay, I'm getting fancy. All right.
It's a little fancy. Okay, so what I want you guys to start thinking about. So is there any questions on that? Does everybody kind of see what I just did there and what I did with the other one? Because I want to show you something else. So
The wider you are, the closer you are to the bottom. That's one way of not predicting, but being able to ascertain that you're close to the bottom.
remember we talked about these are algebra questions. It's what formula do we apply to the algebra question?
Mhm.
So we got to figure out which formulas that we're going to apply to this situation. Okay. We definitely got our states, or narrow to wide to narrow states. Okay. All right. We've got an entry with a 55% retracement because we figured out we've got our 3, 5, and 8 Fibonacci. Okay. That we typically have some type of a change occurs after 3, 5, or 8, or somewhere in between it. And I told you guys between 3 and 5, about 80% of the changes occur. After 5, the numbers goes down, the percentages goes down to about 20%, but we still have changes that occur. But the majority of them do happen somewhere between 3 and 5. It might be 6, it might flip, it might flow over to the number 6 candle, where, that 80% in terms of change occurring happens, okay? So you just need to be aware of that. You need to be present, okay? You need to be present. You need
So
to
in this
count-
case, you actually had 12 candles if you include that one that turned red. If you take that doji, include it as a green candle,
if you
you
want.
actually that red candle that was green, that was your 12th candle
Been
before it
number
turned
12.
red.
Yeah. If you wanted to count them all, yeah. Which, again, we don't see that happen that often for it to be 12. And it didn't happen here because we did have the doji in the middle where you would have 12 green candles in a row. Typically, like I said, you'll see 8. I see 8 sometimes. Sometimes I'll see 9. You just don't see it that often. And has there been times in the course of trading that there's been 12 candles in a row? Absolutely. Does it happen every day? Not a lot. Not a lot. Not
And
a lot.
also, Mr. Tony, that first green candle is a large candle, in my opinion. So
Right.
I would have counted that as 2, which would then make that red candle the 13th.
Okay. I mean, the thing
It's an
about
art,
that,
not a science, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
it's art and science,
Yeah,
but
it is art. Is there? I tell you guys all the time. There's science here, but there is an art element to this as well. So you need to be, just aware of everything going on, and you want to use your intuition a little bit. That's fine, a little bit, but I stick to the rules for right now. Just gotta stay with the rules, but that's fine. That's fine. But here's one other thing that I want to make you guys aware of. Okay, so we're all good with this. I'm going to take this off. Okay, so if we all agree with the premise of the last two, then we have to start looking at candles, okay, for what they are, okay? So as long as it's not a wick, and a wick will be considered anything that's less than half of the body. If it's less than half the body, it's considered a wick. If it's half the body, the size of the body, I'm sorry, not half the body, the size of the body or more would be considered a tail, okay? This is not a tail. This is not a tail. That is not even a tail. That's not a tail. That's not a tail. It needs to be at least the size or more of the body. This would be a tail. I would even consider that to be a tail. I would consider that to be a tail. Okay, I'll consider that to be a tail. Okay, and if in fact that is the case, then we need to start looking at candles, or I want you guys to start looking at candles like this. See if that helps you with your count. So you're going, oh, wait a minute. Okay. It will definitely help you establish the trend. We already know the trend is down. We're looking at the 8, we're looking at the 20, but now we're maybe, okay, when we look at our count, we're going, okay, fantastic. So here's what I meant by reversals. If you were to take all these candles from this point here, okay, all the way down, and you're seeing some red, a little red there. Actually, I went too far with that one. Red there, red. I've got red on that one, red on that one, red, no red. Actually, there is a little red, but now the red's on the bottom and the green's on top. Maybe I have just found my bottom.
And does that candle that we're looking at right there, that's like engulfing that red candle next to it, right?
This one right here.
Sorry, the one that you were pointing to originally. Yeah, that one. Or do we just count that as like a normal green candle?
This is your green. I want to do this real quick here. Let me clean that up real quick here. Okay, so the question again, go ahead.
So I think I'm like wording it wrong, which is probably why it's not coming out correctly either. But basically, I remember somewhere in the course, I can't remember where, but you were saying that like if a green candle overtakes the red candle by next to it, that could be a good signal that it's reversing. Is that right?
Yeah.
Or do I have that wrong? Okay.
You've got it. We kind of talked about it 2 weeks ago. We were talking about when you have that retracement, when the green candle, in this case, on a small candle, we need 100%. It's not quite 100%. There's still a little bit of wick hanging off the top of that one. But
Okay.
But Colleen, we definitely got it right there, right? Oh, that's the wrong color. But we definitely got, let me just do it in white so it's a little easier to see, and I'll do it a little thinner. It's definitely happening right there on that candle.
Got it. Okay. That makes sense.
There it is.